Former criminals like Frank William Abagnale, who inspired Catch Me If You Can, show that turning their lives around is possible, even after spending years in prison. In this video, we've gathered stories of people who changed their lives, including someone previously present on the FBI's most wanted list. Without any further ado, let's get started. Kevin Mitnick. At the age of 16, Kevin broke into a computer system owned by Digital Equipment Corporation and took their software without permission, as mentioned by Jerry Smith in the Huffington Post. He ran away and hid from the law for about 3 years. Eventually, in 1995, he was caught and stayed in jail until 2002. Now he has a company called Mitnick Security that helps other businesses in finding weaknesses in their computer systems. Frank Abagnale. Between 16 and 21 years old, Frank wrote fake checks worth $2.5 million and pretended to be a pilot, doctor, lawyer, and professor. He got caught by the French police and spent 5 years in jail. Afterwards, he was let out of jail early to help the US government. He now works with banks, companies, and police to prevent fraud. He has helped over 14,000 companies so far. They turned his life into a movie called Catch Me If You Can, directed by Steven Spielberg, and featuring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. Kwesi Mfume. When Kwesi was 16, his mum passed away from a sickness, and that caused things to get messed up for him. He started hanging out with bad people, and even became their leader. He got into trouble a few times for being suspected of stealing just because he was young and black. He left school and became a father to 5 kids while he was still a teenager himself. Eventually, he decided to make a positive change in his life and went to college. Mfume worked hard and got a higher-level degree from Johns Hopkins University. He was elected to the Baltimore City Council, then to Congress, and even became the leader of the NAACP, Junior Johnson. During the 1940s and 50s, Johnson became professional at driving quickly while moving illegal alcohol around in North Carolina. He got in trouble for this but didn't stay in jail for long. Later, he chose to put his driving skills to good use by racing in NASCAR. According to the Winston-Salem Journal, Johnson took part in 313 races, won 50 of them, and did well in the others. Because of his achievements, there's now a part of the highway in his hometown that's named after him, Charles Colson. Charles admitted to doing something wrong and went to jail. After that, he started a big group called Prison Fellowship to help people in prison. He did this because he cared about the people present in jail. Unfortunately, he passed away on March 31st, 2012. Larry J. Levine. Wall Street prison consultant says that their founder was in jail for a while because of drug and money fraud, trying to hide evidence, and having illegal guns. After Levine got out of jail, he used what he learned to help others as a prison consultant, giving classes on how to survive in prison and helping lawyers and people who broke the law. Greg Mathis. As a teenager in Detroit, Mathis joined a gang and went to jail. But when he was 17, his mom got colon cancer, which made him change his direction. He got his GED, went to university and law school, and now has a TV legal show since 1999, Danny Trejo. Danny has acted in almost 200 movies where he usually plays tough characters. But before that, he was in trouble for drugs and robbery. Hollywood noticed him when a director wanted him to act as a prisoner, and Trejo was ready for it. He mentioned that he had been in many prisons in California, so when they asked if he could act as a robber, he showed his experience. UW Oshkosh. While spending 9 years in prison, Richards experienced difficult situations like witnessing suicides, beatings, and shootings, which had a strong impact on him. Warren St. John from the New York Times reported that Richards earned his bachelor's degree while he was in prison. He continued his education and obtained a graduate degree from the University of Wisconsin, as well as a PhD from Iowa State University. After his release, he became a professor of criminal justice at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh and wrote several books about criminology. Richards revealed that there have been successful businessmen who were once in prison, and he admires those who were able to achieve the American dream through their experiences. What's your take on these individuals? Tell us in the comments section below. That's it for today's video. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos.